Yeah, it still works, it's fine. My name's Elaine, and I think someone mentioned this is my first time doing this. I don't usually do this sort of thing at all. Usually I'm a nurse, which is actually why I'm here, because I'm obviously like a repressed exhibitionist, and I go to work so that I can just put on the Elaine show for people who can't get away from me. And it's not really an appropriate professional approach, so I thought I'd come here and try and make you laugh rather than just like telling my patients all about my life and showing them that I've been learning to Charleston, and they can't get away. This is a kind of therapy, but not for me or for you, but my patients will thank you, and then I can go to work and tell them all about it as well. So I'm a bit nervous because it's my first time here, so I thought I'd talk about something that I'm familiar with. As a healthcare professional, we talk about health promotion, which is the funny side of healthcare, because it's the idea that like telling people not to do the things that are going to make them ill in the future will eventually save the government money. And that's funny because it's funny being used as a kind of pawn in a faddish state-sponsored life control scheme. It's funny. And it's funny because the idea of the government trying to save money. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. We've had a couple of political jokes, and it didn't go down that well. So, what I want to talk about, which is what I usually want to talk about, because I'm very nosy and I'm a bit pervert, is sex. Because sex is funny. I think sometimes. It's meant to be. So sexual health promotion is obviously, it's a two-part comedy gold. So who here has done a chlamydia test for free knickers? Yeah. Good on there. I've got a friend who's done so many chlamydia tests for free knickers. His number of pairs of chlamydia knickers exceeds the number of times he's had sex. So he thinks he's winning. It sort of is against the NHS, but it doesn't get much sex. So never mind. He's happy with the knickers. Who here has been to a sexual health clinic? Yay! It's good, isn't it? Who here hasn't been to a sexual health clinic? Yay! You sure it's good? You'll like it. I hadn't been actually myself until just a couple of weeks ago, when a friend of mine said, "Oh, Elaine, you don't go and get checked out. You should. It's great." This friend, he was like, "Yeah, no. Every time I have a new partner, I go and get checked out. It's really good. You'll really like it. You should go. You'll like the nurses. They've all got a great sense of humour. I think they have to." So I was like, "Yeah, all right, okay." But obviously, you put these things off, don't you? So I put it off and put it off until like the side of my brain that worries about these things forgot about it, and my exhibitionist side took over again. And I found myself at the one-to-one centre in Tyne. Hey! Which is really nice. I think it's called the one-to-one centre. This is my joke, by the way, because in a relationship there's one, and there's two, and then there's one. And that's a one joke, and I just go, oh. So So I went along to the one-to-one centre, and that's better. You go in and you say your name, and you go and sit in the waiting room, and that's the first thing that freaked me out, because the seats weren't quite clean. They were kind of cloth material sort of stuff, and I expect everything in the NHS to be spray downable, scrubbable and wipe clean, especially in a sexual health clinic where people go because they're worried about the weeping boils on their anus. So I kind of hovered above the seats. There was only one other person there, so I knew it wouldn't be long before I got to go in. And when there's one other person there in a waiting room, the doctors or anything, you kind of don't make eye contact. So we both just sat there and kind of looked around and pretended we were interested in the posters on the walls telling us about cottaging hotspots, Eldon Gardens toilets apparently, and C cards, although we were both obviously over 25. And we both just hovered, looked around, until the nurse came out and said, "Elaine!" And I stood up. And so did the other woman there. I couldn't believe it. I never knew other Elaines, and I kind of knew that when I did it would be at the sexual health clinic. And we couldn't even say anything. I wanted to say, "Wow, that's my name as well. How's it working for you?"